Silence Redefined, November 2014. We are only a few months away from the 1-year anniversary of the Year of 4K proclamation back at CES 2014. And it was the year where display manufacturers were promising that we would have this world full of beautiful and compact pixels. And so far they have delivered us a plethora of TN 4K goodness. But it was on the backs of GPU manufacturers to keep up with the ever-rising demand for pixels. And I think it's safe to say that there is now a cost-effective answer. Mount Vesuvius, the volcano of heat, aka the AMD R9 295X2, was the first mainstream affordable card, quote unquote, that was capable of pushing 4K, while Nvidia's 770s and 780s in SLI could barely keep up with it. So it was the king of GPUs for a while, and only the real option if you wanted to game in all that beautiful 4K goodness. Priced at over $1,000 at release, however, this affordable option wasn't really all that affordable to the mainstream. Prices have lowered closer to 1,000 points after Nvidia launched the 980 and the 970 GPUs that changed everything. The 970 is able to push borderline playable frame rates, minimum of 30 FPS, at ultra settings in most games. At around $350, each of these GPUs performs extremely well and are insanely efficient. You can see our review of these here. However, EVGA has really stepped up to push the adoption of 4K and 1440p gamers. Priced significantly less than the 295X2, the question is, are two of these GPUs in SLI capable of keeping pace with the current power leader? Well, first looking at EVGA's new GPU, the GTX 970 FTW, or for the Win Edition, we see that they have completely redesigned their ACX cooler. The heatsink follows that 970's architectural lead by becoming even more efficient than their predecessors. It's made the fans 36% quieter, 26% cooler, with an insane 400% longer lifespan of the fans. By using swept fan blades, double ball bearings, and an extremely low power motor, these fans are capable of delivering even more airflow with less power. Overall, this means that EVGA can take the power savings and throw it back into the GPU, overclocking the core to 1216 MHz base clock and 1367 boost clock, with VRAM at 7 GHz effective clock speeds. Paired with the added features the Nvidia supports, like dynamic super resolution, which is basically an enhancement by rendering in 4K but downsampling to the native resolution of your monitor, these GPUs are pure monsters. And throwing two of these in our test rig, and we can finally see how they handle 4K resolutions in some of the newest games. So Eber, take it away.
Alright, so this is the fun part. Starting with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, we are running at a resolution of 3840 by 2160, everything maxed out, and the results are playable, but most importantly, look at how it just stacks up against the 295X2. Next is Battlefield 4 on ultra settings, again running at that 4K resolution, hitting over 40 frames per second. And again, we see impressive results against the 295X2. Far Cry 3 is a lot of fun and handling highest settings no problem and hitting much better scores with the 970 in SLI than that beastly 295X2, showing some real potential for 4K gaming. Assassin's Creed Unity was the only real exception. At the time of testing, Ubisoft was in the process of correcting some major gameplay issues. It's not every day when you see people disappear into a graded path and suddenly fall into the abyss of nothingness. The frame rates were also grossly affected by issues. However, the Nvidia-enabled features like the lighting and textures are breathtaking. Overall, the SLI pair EVGA 970 ACX 2.0 cards are a force to be reckoned with. At around $750 for a pair or $375 each, these cards are beasts. In our limited benchmarks, a pair of 970s managed to beat the 295X2 in 2 games, but have lower average in Far Cry 3. So what does this mean for the state of 4K? Outside of limited TN panels, 4K gaming is becoming real and not a luxury. Coupled with dynamic super resolution for delivering 4K quality graphics to your sub 4K panel, we are starting to see everything come into place. It may almost be December, but we might be finally seeing the year of 4K come to reality. As always, consider subscribing for more similar content. Give us a like if you found this review helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.